And we're back now with business, and government is moving to modernize the way it does business by putting the economy on a platform where the ordinary citizen can conduct their business as easily as possible. And that's according to Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Ryan Strawn. Mr. Strawn made the comment as he participated in the 10th Domestic Financial Institutions Conference.
The way that government conducts its business with its citizens, I think, is going to be of critical importance in terms of the evolution of the payment systems. And whilst the discussion about whether or not to have, whether citizens should have an account with the central bank or through the commercial banks, I really see some very positive disruption in this process.
Well, the Barbados Association of Office Professionals is reminding local employers and administrative professionals that the application process for the Barbados Administrative Professional of the Year Award is still very much open. President of that association, Karen Carter, says the competition will be taking place on May the 26th at the Hilton, Barbados.
We want all organizations, because what we recognize from the concert and from persons speaking to us, that some persons seemingly got them mixed up with the conference of itself when we sent out the letters. So we want you to check with your employers to see if you did have that. If you didn't get the letter from us, you can definitely call our secretariat 435-2103 to let us know that you are truly interested in participating within this competition. Now we're asking the employer to choose who they may consider the most qualified or their best employee to be a part of this competition.
And Ms. Carter also explained how that process will work.
Apart from the 5 persons who will eventually be eliminated to 3 persons, we have a project going on, and those last 3 finalists will be interviewed by some very experienced interviewers, and we will have our head judge along with 2 judges to be the persons to, make the final decision who will be the winner. The head judge for that competition is Ms. Stephanie Chase.
And it's time now to take a look at how those stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.
We get started in Jamaica, where Barita Investments Limited was the volume leader with 2,006,616 units at $42.79 each. And they were followed by JMMB Group Limited and Mayberry Jamaican Equities Limited. In Trinidad and Tobago NGL Limited was the volume leader with 50,739 shares changing hands for a value of $1,537,103.77, and they were followed by Point Lisas Industrial Port Development Corporation Limited and Scotiabank Trinidad and Tobago Limited. And right here in Barbados, First Caribbean International Bank was the volume leader, trading 18,873 shares at $2.86 each, and they were followed by the West India Biscuit Company Limited.
And in business further afield, a number of Venezuelans have turned to food production in a major way in the midst of the ongoing crisis there. Now, in the heart of the Venezuelan capital, Caracas, a community has decided to create an agroecological farm and has called for the government and the people to be ready for the coming U.S. sanctions.
Difficulties are everywhere in Venezuela these days. The economic crisis has millions struggling. But people in El Algodonal say they're ready to fight back by producing their own food. They have turned this small farm in Caracas into an agroecological project where they can grow fruits, vegetables, and even fish. Orailene Macarri says the situation will likely deteriorate in the country when the new U.S. sanctions take effect.
There is an economic war against us, and we try to supply our families and the hospital in the area. With this place, we can feed 70 people every day.
There are 3 families living here, and with what they produce, they're helping a local hospital.
People here say that they need to be ready for what's coming next in Venezuela, as U.S. sanctions are certainly going to have a big impact on the population. These people say that in this place they can produce almost everything to survive.
Orailene says there are over 20,000 projects like this one in Venezuela, but that they need more government support.
We need to teach people that they need to learn how to produce their own food. This needs to be public policy. We need to tell the government the budget that is invested in food production must be the same as the one invested in the armed forces.